After a moment of astonishment, Jiang Shen Yu felt a fire burning in his heart. It was amusing to think that he had just spent $10 million to buy a signed poster. Truly, it was the joke of the year. Shit. But as a young master, one must know how to maintain dignity. Young Master Jiang forced himself to swallow his anger and struggled to appear polite. Alright, if your meow meow is tired, another day is fine. Perhaps the universe was teasing young Master Jiang as the assistant didn't hesitate to deliver another painful blow. I'm very sorry, Mr. Jiang. I believe there's a bit of a misunderstanding here. Bella's time is extremely precious. She doesn't have a fixed schedule. She might have to fly back to the US in a few days. To make up for your loss, we would like to gift you a limited edition Bella gift set, along with her exclusive signature. This is also extremely valuable. The assistant's words made Jiang Shen Yu seethe with rage. Young Master Jiang gritted his teeth, his face flushed with humiliation. I burned through a fortune to seize this golden opportunity, and you people are giving me a signed picture? Do you want to chase me away? Do you think I'm a beggar? This is truly disrespectful. Do you really see me as garbage? Bring Bella Hathaway here right now. I'm sure she doesn't know who I am, right? At this party, she has to eat. She has to eat even if she doesn't want to. Damn, I don't have time to play games with you. Jiang Shen Yu's words had pushed the assistant to their limit. The female assistant didn't bother to pay attention and waved her hand to signal. Hey, where are the security guards? Get this person out of here for me. Jiang Shen Yu's eyes widened like chicken eggs, and before he could utter a word, two massive security guards effortlessly lifted him up and then kicked him out without mercy. Get lost. Go away now. Indeed, the heavens do not favor the wealthy. He hadn't even seen Bella yet, and he was already humiliated like this. Although the Jiang family had considerable power, Bella was a foreigner. Once she returned to America, what could anyone do about it? So, no matter how aggrieved he felt, he had to swallow his pride and bear it. Before long, Chen Yuan and the two girls arrived at the Capital Hotel, one of the most luxurious hotels in Yanjing. It is a 7-star hotel with top-notch entertainment, dining, and accommodation, all among the best in the country. Chen Yuan had no time to style his hair to look handsome when suddenly a luxurious Mercedes van sped up. The car door swung open and an assistant stepped out first, followed by a pair of long, slender legs emerging from the vehicle. Both the bodyguards and the manager standing next to them couldn't help but watch with curious eyes, their hearts racing. The person stepping down was none other than Bella Hathaway, the international superstar who had just concluded a performance at the Yanjing Stadium, where millions of fans had packed the stands. Yet she arrived quietly at this hotel without any fanfare or prior notice, and no one noticed. The three people, Chen Yuan, Yi Han, and Qin Wushuang, also had to pause for a moment, especially Chen Yuan, as this was the third time meeting Bella that day. Qin Wushuang asked in surprise, Ha, Chen Yuan, are you seeing things? Why is Miao Mio here? Isn't she supposed to be at a party with that guy named Jiang or something? Yi Han was equally skeptical. Could the party be over already? That was quick. Or is the prize-giving party also being held at this restaurant? It was indeed surprising. Chen Yuan frowned slightly, then put his hands in his pockets and continued. Whatever, let them have their own party. This hotel is big enough. We can eat our share while they eat theirs. There's nothing to worry about. She must have just finished performing. It's understandable for her to be hungry now. With that, Chen Yuan acted disinterested. The three continued to walk into the hotel lobby. However, they couldn't ignore the moment when Bella Hathaway's gaze briefly flicked over Chen Yuan. That look wasn't long, but it was enough to create a slight highlight in the space. However, Bella did not come to greet them, but simply walked past like a stranger on the street. When confronted with this captivating gaze, Chen Yuan couldn't help but wonder. She has appeared before me for the third time now. The first time was when she asked for directions at Yanjing University, looking just like the school's beauty. The second time was at the Yanjing Stadium, where she had millions of spectators cheering for her. And now I meet her a third time at this hotel, going out for dinner. Does she have any more tricks up her sleeve? Is this a bit too much appearing so often? There is no need to say anything. Just walking a few laps in front of me is enough to make countless hearts melt. But for Chen Yuan, the continuous encounters with Bella had begun to feel somewhat obsessive. Although he has not yet become completely immune to the goddess, his unchanging mindset amid the ever-changing flow of life is truly admirable. At that moment, the elevator arrived and the doors opened. Two groups of people scattered towards two different elevators, heading straight to the top floor of the luxurious Yanjing restaurant. From the 5th to the 10th floor, it was a paradise of entertainment. The 5th floor was an upscale Western restaurant. The 6th floor was a dazzling bar. The 7th floor was a KTV for carefree singing. The 8th floor was a hot pot restaurant with swirling steam. The 9th floor was a Japanese restaurant. The 10th floor was a buffet. From the 20th to the 50th floor, there were high-class hotel rooms, which looked expensive at first glance. The 52nd floor was the true highlight of this restaurant. The Flower Garden restaurant in the sky, a place that people say is so chill. Standing here and looking out through the French windows, one could see the splendid view of Yanjing, with the entire city within sight. Qin Wu Shuang suddenly turned to ask Chen Yuan, "I just saw Bella looking at you for a moment. Do you two know each other?" Chen Yuan replied nonchalantly, "Know each other? I don't know her at all." Qin Wu Shuang's eyes lit up like flashlights, radar switching on continuously. "What? Then why did she glance at you so affectionately just now?" Yi Han chimed in. "This is definitely something only girls are sensitive enough to notice." Chen Yuan continued to talk casually. "Well, it must be because I'm handsome. It's normal for beauties to look at hot boys." Qin Wu Shuang laughed and added, "Haha, it seems you're a bit too confident." The three were about to enter when they were suddenly blocked by two burly bodyguards. "Sorry, but you all might need to go downstairs to dine. Today, the Flower Garden restaurant in the sky has been fully booked." But before Chen Yuan could respond, Qin Wu Shuang angrily stepped forward. "Excuse me, but we just arrived and did not see anyone make a reservation. How dare you say someone booked the whole place? I will buy this restaurant for double the price. Now, please go downstairs." Picking a fight with anyone is one thing, but messing with this high-maintenance lady is another. Once Qin Wu Shuang turned into her spoiled self, no matter how famous an international star Bella was, she wouldn't back down when she felt pressured. The hotel manager watched the situation with a pained expression. On one side was an international superstar, and on the other, his guests were certainly not ordinary. It truly was as tense as a tightly drawn string. At that moment, Bella Hathaway walked over from a distance, her demeanor still exuding confidence. "Mike, there's no need to be strict. It's just dinner. No need to be overly careful." Then Bella made her way straight to Qin Wu Shuang and the group, bowing slightly and speaking very sincerely. "I apologize for the rude behavior of my bodyguard. He's just worried about me being disturbed or being photographed by reporters. I hope you all understand." The group stood frozen. Here was an international superstar bowing and apologizing so politely and gracefully. Who could possibly stay angry? Qin Wu Shuang's anger immediately cooled down as she smiled and explained, "It's all right, meow meow. We understand your situation. It's just that we're not the ones chasing after you. Speaking of coincidences, it's quite remarkable. We just watched your performance and now we meet here for dinner. It's truly fate." Hearing this, Bella feigned surprise. "Oh really? You all watched my performance too?" Qin Wu Shuang cheerfully continued, "Yes, we even sat in the front row and shook hands with you. Do you remember?" Bella thought for a moment and then smiled. I think I might have a faint impression. But there were so many audience members, I can't recall all of them. However, I do feel that I've met this handsome guy somewhere before. He looks very familiar." Saying that, Bella pointed at Chen Yuan, her gaze seemingly probing. Everyone naturally started chatting as if they had known each other for a long time, with no tension at all. Everything happened very casually yet charmingly, like you don't hit, you don't know. Qin Wu Shuang eagerly explained and also took the opportunity to promote Chen Yuan a bit more. "Ah, are you talking about Chen Yuan? It's no surprise you feel familiar with him. He's quite famous around here, often making it to the hot search. You must have seen him in some videos." Bella seemed to recognize who Chen Yuan was, looking a bit excited. Oh, now I remember. This is Lim Yong-won, right? The super famous guy from your country. I heard he's both extremely wealthy and talented." After the initial exchange, Bella turned to strike up a conversation with Chen Yuan. "Mr. Chen, it's a pleasure to meet you." As the host, Chen Yuan politely replied, "Hello, Miss Bella." Bella, intrigued, continued to ask Chen Yuan, "Mr. Chen, I remember watching a video of you playing the piano on a foreign website. I must say, you are very talented. I even have to admire you. Is it possible to hear you play a piece here? There's a piano available." Chen Yuan, taken aback, wondered, "Ha, am I famous enough to be known abroad? Something feels off. It's common for people here who know I play, but for foreigners to know me is truly a miracle." Qin Wu Shuang eagerly chimed in, "Chen Yuan, don't let us down. Please play a piece for everyone. Last time at Yi Han's birthday party, I was really looking forward to it, but all I heard was you playing the violin. It was nice to hear, but unfortunately, we didn't get to hear you play the piano." Upon hearing this, Yi Han seized the opportunity to chime in. "That's right, go ahead and play. After all this time getting to know you, I've never heard you play the piano. You always seem to be lost in your own world." Everyone was so enthusiastic in their request that Chen Yuan felt he had no choice but to comply. "All right, if you want to hear it, then fine. But don't criticize. It's been a while since I've touched this toy, so I don't know if I'll still play smoothly," Chen Yuan said. Qin Wu Shuang laughed and teased. Don't worry, Chen Yuan. It's normal to be a bit out of practice after not playing for so long. Besides, you don't make a living from this, we're just having some fun. It's rare to see Bella interested, so let her coach you a bit. Chen Yuan heard this and simply smiled and calmly walked over to the piano. All right, I'll indulge you guys. In fact, I'm feeling a bit eager to play. After all, I'm a man, and sometimes I need to showcase my talents, especially in front of three stunning beauties like these. Thanks to the advanced system, Chen Yuan's piano skills have accumulated over 100 years of experience. Previously, with only about 65 years of experience, he had already made waves online, and now he has surpassed the 100-year mark. Chen Yuan himself wasn't sure what level he had reached, but he was definitely unrivaled. Chen Yuan was not the type to show off, nor was he excessively confident. Even Vladimir, who has been popular for 85 years, wouldn't necessarily be able to play if he lived to 110, let alone perform. Yihan Qin Wu Shuang and Bella Hathaway began chatting among themselves, and the atmosphere became lively. The three girls laughed and spoke joyfully, completely at ease. Bella was extremely polite, approachable, and had no hint of arrogance despite being an international superstar. She didn't even need to know who Yihan and Qin Wu Shuang were, yet she conversed naturally as if they were old friends. The more they talked, the more connected they became. Qin Wu Shuang smiled brightly. Bella, your Chinese is fantastic. Your pronunciation is like a local. If you covered your face, everyone would think you were Chinese. Bella responded with a light laugh. Really? Actually, I have a bit of Chinese ancestry. Time passes as quickly as the blink of an eye. Chen Yuan has been ready for more than 3 minutes now. He is still engrossed in the piano. He slowly closes his eyes, his hands gently gliding over each key, the familiar feeling deeply ingrained in him. He knows every note as well as the palm of his hand. At this moment, the piano is no longer just an ordinary instrument. It feels like a kindred spirit, having been with Chen Yuan for over 100 years, understanding each melody and each breath, perfectly embodying a harmonious relationship. And when the first note sounds, the entire space seemed to freeze. Chen Yuan's breath suddenly becomes elegantly indescribable. The radiance from him shines brightly, unforgettable. Like a long-hidden prince, he now shines, revealing his true identity. The glorious light sweeps across the world. Gradually, Chen Yuan's fingers glide over the keys as if transforming into ethereal streaks, moving so fast that the naked eye can barely keep up. The sound is melodious and smooth, flowing like an unceasing stream. At times, it is powerful like a hero saving the world, and at other times, it is alluringly graceful. The music makes anyone who hears it feel nostalgic and agitated. Incredible. I've never heard a piece as beautiful as this since ancient times. Oh my, it truly explodes. I don't even know what words to use to describe it anymore. More than 100 years is right here. Chen Yuan has broken all limits. He not only plays music, but also infuses his soul into every melody, directly touching the hearts of everyone present. At that moment, everyone in the room seemed frozen wide-eyed, watching Chen Yuan perform. Playing the piano for 20 years, and now I realize I still have so much to learn. I can't believe it. He is truly a divine being. Perhaps only someone who has lived for centuries like him possesses this special ability. It's truly amazing. I can't describe it in words anymore. It feels like I've just exploded inside. I love him so much. As for Bella, who had witnessed many outstanding performances before she suddenly stood still, she remembered a great piano master in America, someone whom the world revered, called a master of the piano. But even such a figure had not reached the level that Chen Yuan was demonstrating right before her eyes. This not only surprised Bella, but also truly shocked her, a genuine jolt. Looking at Chen Yuan sitting there, he embodied the perfect man of her life. The three girls couldn't hide their admiring gazes, each in their own way, but their eyes sparkled with admiration and a hint of strange excitement. Just as Chen Yuan was performing with charisma, suddenly a dangerous event occurred. Through the French crystal window, he was targeted by a heavy sniper rifle, a Barrett. Speaking of the Barrett, it really should not be underestimated. This weapon, if it hits, will make the head explode like a ripe melon smashed open, and the body won't fare much better. Its power is even greater than artillery shells, easily penetrating a wall a meter thick. All three girls, Bella, Yihan, and Qin Wu Shuang, looked toward Chen Yuan, who was sitting in front of the piano with alluring melodies. Their gaze began to change. It was no longer just an appreciation of talent, but something more admiring. The emotions in her eyes became more diverse and profound. Bella Hathaway, favorite level plus 10, current favorite level, 30 points. Yihan initially seemed dismissive, thinking Chen Yuan was just playing a few cheerful notes for fun, but as she listened, she quickly fell into a state of infatuation. Each note Chen Yuan played felt like an arrow piercing straight into her heart. Chen Yuan truly is someone who can always surprise me, Only a genius like him can possess such spiritual power and perform so outstandingly. Yihan favorite level +5, current favorite level 90 points. As for Qin Wu Xuan, her blood was boiling in her chest, carrying an intense, indescribable emotion. Is this really Chen Yuan's true level? I thought he was at the 10th stage, but it turns out he is at the 50th stage. Qin Wu Xuan, favorite level +1, current favorite level 97 points. Qin Wu Xuan is captivated by the talent of the master, stemming from an inner appreciation. Favorite level breaks through 97 points. Reward enhances +10 points. The remaining enhancement points are 140. Chen Yuan had just finished an outstanding performance, causing all three of his favorite little sister's excitement levels to soar continuously. Truly, when you have talent, you don't have to worry about being disadvantaged. A second later, thunderous applause filled the air and excitement was palpable all around. The audience was just restaurant staff, but the sound of clapping was as lively as at a genuine concert. However, in that moment of elation, when everyone was still immersed in the echoes of the music, an assassin had locked onto his target. Bang! The bullet came without any warning, flying straight from the tall building across the street through the window, shattering everything in an instant. This sudden situation was indeed tense as taut as a string. Chen Yuan had just bowed with extreme elegance, embodying the style of a gentleman. At that very moment, a bullet from a heavy sniper rifle grazed his head just about 3 centimeters away. It felt as though he had been chosen by the goddess of luck to be the main character, helping him escape danger in a split second. A loud explosion sounded behind him. The bullet pierced through 3 thick walls and finally shattered a priceless bottle of Romany Conti 1945, turning it into nothing more than a pile of fragments. And from here, the real chaos began. The waitstaff panicked and ran in all directions. Screams echoed as if there was a riot. "Oh my God, I'm so scared. Hurry, call the police. Report it right away. Holy shit, it's a sniper. There's an assassin in the building across trying to kill someone." The three, Bella, Yihan, and Qin Wu Xuan, also began to be shocked. The loud cries from those around them were enough to make their hearts race. And it was an assassin too. In an instant, they became even more frantic. Their breathing grew heavy and fear crept into their minds. With a serious look, Chen Yuan's mind immediately assessed the situation. An assassination attempt on me. Not even close. With a reaction ability 15 times faster than an average person, along with a strong mindset and absolute sensitivity to the surrounding environment, I could see the trajectory of the bullet as it flew toward me, and it wasn't just luck. When the bullet came flying, I quickly calculated, bowed to the audience, and dodged with lightning-fast reflexes. Moreover, I even wondered if I could perform an empty-hand bullet catch like those characters in action movies. Of course, for regular handgun bullets, I might be able to attempt that, but the bullet from a heavy sniper rifle was different. It was strong enough to penetrate armored vehicles, so it was best not to risk it. After that, Chen Yuan stared at the building across the street. The shooter over there realized he had missed the target and quickly withdrew without firing a second shot. Perhaps he also didn't want to play another round, knowing that if he shot again, he would definitely not escape. The distance from the building across to this building is about 800 meters. Given the distance and the number of people moving around, trying to chase the sniper would probably be futile. Not to mention the environment is too complicated. Was the position I'm sitting in while playing the piano really random, or was it calculated beforehand by the assassin? To be more precise, this piano was suggested to me by Bella Hathaway. Why did she ask that? Just because she saw a video of me playing online? It sounds so forced, Bella. This girl is really suspicious. Just then, while Chen Yuan was thinking hard, Qin Wu Xuan shouted in panic, "Chen Yuan, what's wrong? Get down! Find a place to hide right now, or you'll get shot." Chen Yuan responded nonchalantly, without a hint of worry, "It's fine, I'm still intact. I've been lucky since I was a child, bullets usually never hit me." So while everyone else was still panicking, Chen Yuan arrogantly walked around, not forgetting to wave his hand to call for service. "Waiter, let you order?" This attitude is like a slap in the face of the assassin.